What does it mean to go viral? How do you know it's happening? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments because I feel like one of my videos is going viral right now. So let's talk about that. I'm Daeseng and I wanted to jump on here and make this video quickly. I feel like I'm scrambling to put this together. I don't necessarily have a script. I don't have anything packaged up, but I do think it's really important, and that's something that I've been learning in my process here on YouTube. I think it's important to be timely and relevant and quick with content for your audience. I can definitely see so far in my own journey here that speed is really important on YouTube. It's been a few days now, but I've been watching two of my videos really take off. And when I say take off, again, back to the question of what is viral, to me, I'm looking at my own numbers. I know we often hear viral and we think of 100,000 views or even 1,000,000 views. I'm not there. I'm a small YouTuber. My channel is really small. I just got started. So to me, a lot of my videos right now are in the range of 20 something views, or maybe even like 75 views on the higher end. But what I'm seeing now in these couple of videos is that they are at the moment over 500 views. One of them is over 700 views. So to me, in my little world, with my small channel, with my small number of subs, this is viral. So let's look at the numbers. This is when I first noticed that things are picking up. At this point, you can see I had 25 subscribers, and then you can see that the views on the right are picking up slowly. These were the videos contributing to the growth. One was a short, and the other one was a long form video. Let's look at the short. You can see a sharp increase in the number of views since it was initially posted, and then those views leveled out. Looking at the long form video, you can see something similar. You can see the views are picking up here, but keep in mind, this is still along the way. This is when I noticed that this one was picking up. The short form video picked up first, but this is when the long form video started to gain more traction. At this point, it was a couple of days later, and this view is a combination of both the short form video and the long form video. Notice that the views on the channel at this point are up to 1,200, whereas I started in the prior clip at 300. Also notice the upward swing to the right in terms of the graph for the overall views. And at this point, I am up to 75 subscribers, whereas I initially started at 25. Similar to what I did in the recent video, actually one of the ones that's taking off and getting a lot of traction right now is reflect on my journey. So in that video, I talked about where I am in the first 28 days on YouTube and what's happening. Some of my lessons I'm learning, things that I'm seeing, things that I'm still questioning, what I'm learning from other creators, and I packaged all that up in the video. So when you create content, there's usually three things that people aim for. You aim to educate, you aim to entertain, or you aim to inspire. I will say, with me, my personality, how I am definitely not the entertainment type of person. Yes, I might have a joke here and there, but I am not the comedian. My jokes are going to be dry, they're going to be nerdy. So if you're into that kind of thing, maybe you'll find it amusing, but I'm not going to be your comedian with skits and making jokes through the entire video. That's not me. But for education and for inspiration, I think I fit really well within those two options. And I think that's something that came through in this video that's doing well. Let's talk about the educate side first. So on that side, I was sharing what I was learning in my own journey. I've created content before, but YouTube is brand new to me. So I have to learn the platform. I have to learn about the algorithm. I have to create an audience here. I don't have an audience here yet. I have to create that. I have to figure out what content is going to resonate well. I have a lot of ideas in my head, but I only have a few videos created at this point. Some of them are long form videos, some of them are shorts. So in that video, I talk through, where I am, what am I doing, what am I seeing. I showed some screenshots of my analytics at the time and where things were. That all fits into the education piece, right? Because I am not just teaching people something from theory, but I'm also walking them through my own experience and my own journey as a small YouTuber, as somebody just getting started. That was the first piece. The second one is talking through the analytics. So there's a lot of analytics, like I mentioned in that video, and I'm still processing all of it, but I walk through what I was seeing, which metrics seem to be relevant, which are the ones that I plan to continue to monitor. And so in that process, maybe it was helpful for someone to also talk through the analytics. In fact, I got a comment from someone who said that they really appreciated my in-depth discussion around the analytics. And that meant a lot to me. That was something I really, really appreciated. And talking about analytics, again, it is helping people know and understand what things they need to be looking out for. There's a ton of analytics that YouTube offers, and I'm still figuring out, what lives where, because depending on which tab you open, where you click, you'll see different information. Some of them are being captured live. Some of them may be delayed a day or so, maybe hours. So all of these nuances are really helpful as you're analyzing your own data so that you can draw the insights from it. Because when you have the insights, then you can make decisions around what's working for you, what's not working for you, how the content is resonating with your audience. And then you can use that to pour it back into your content to make it stronger and make it data informed at the same time. And the last piece when it comes to educate is, what am I learning from others? I love seeing the community here on YouTube, folks jumping in to encourage you, folks jumping in to comment on other videos. And so I've been looking at some of those videos that are doing really well. I'm reading the comments and seeing what people are saying. I'm engaging with them. And I think that has helped in my own process here with this video getting traction. One is to be in conversation with people. A lot of people talk about focusing on your target audience, who's part of your niche and all those things. And that's true, but it's also important, especially when you're new to YouTube, to have what I would say the focus is more on the community. Having a community doesn't just mean your audience, but it also means the others who are on this same journey, who can help support you, who can give you ideas, who can give you tips, who can come to your channel and add a comment, like a video, and you can do the same for them, right? So you're not just growing on your own, but you're growing together. And I think that's really important. And that was something that I specifically did, was engaging with folks on some of these other videos that are doing well. And that encouraged them, I believe, to come to my channel and, look around, see what's going on, learn a little bit about me, and see if my channel is one that they're interested in subscribing to. And when it comes to inspire, I think that was something that probably came through in the video in general. Again, me being new, I'm learning, others are learning, they're looking at what I'm doing. The funny thing is, before I created that video, I got to that point to be able to make that video by learning from others. I took the lessons that I learned from them. I took some of the tactics that they're talking about in their video and I applied it in my video and I spoke about it. And then similarly, I think folks who are watching my video, if they are just getting started, some people in the comments mentioned, they just started their YouTube channel last week, for example, or they only have 10 subscribers. Now those folks are a little bit behind me. So there's something for them to learn from my own process, right? So even if I'm learning, there are also people who are behind me who are learning as well. So this was a great way for me to just share my own learning so that it adds value to them and it's something that's actionable and tactical and they can implement in their own journey and in their own process. I also had a very specific call out in terms of inspiring folks. And this was at the end of the video. I talked a little bit about my process and I said, I've been wanting to get on YouTube. I've been wanting to create videos and I haven't done it. And here I am now, I'm publishing videos. And I also encouraged others who have that same desire, who are also interested in doing the same thing, to get started, to make a video. If it's a short that's a few seconds long, just get started and do something and take the action. And I think that encouragement was really helpful to inspire folks to stick with it and to continue and to grow and embark on their own journey. So explicitly and implicitly, inspiration was part of this video, and I think that resonated with people. Another thing that I did was have some call to actions throughout the video. So often you have your call to action at the end of the video. You're either asking folks to subscribe to your channel, to like your video, or watch another video. But as I was telling the story of what was happening in my own journey, I had some screenshots of some of my prior videos. So as people are watching, they can see what other types of content I have out there. Now, if this resonated with them and they're interested in what they're seeing in the thumbnail or my description of it, that could be something that they go and view after watching that current video. So I had the little nuggets out there to allow people, as they're watching this one video, it's the first time they're seeing me for a lot of them, getting a sense of what my channel is all about while I have their attention, and they have the option beyond that to then go and look at some of these other videos. Because interestingly enough, as this one video is gaining traction, I'm seeing traction on some of the other videos on my channel that have been a little bit stagnant, have not really had a lot of views since I posted them. And now I'm seeing some additional engagement and folks commenting on that as well. As I'm educating, as I'm inspiring, I'm also telling a little bit of my own story as part of that process. And I think that's really critical in creating content here on YouTube. And the reason is because at the end of the day, we are humans. We have feelings, we have thoughts, we have emotions, we have things that speak to us. And I think when you're coming from that place of just being honest, being authentic, talking about your why, what drives you, what is it that has you creating videos? You could be doing anything else. What is the purpose? What are you trying to achieve? Who are you trying to help? I think when people hear those things and hear it articulated, especially when they also have those same desires and maybe they can't find the words and maybe they're not able to take the action of it, that is something that moves people. Because I've been so blown away by the number of comments that I'm getting. I don't take it lightly at all. People are busy. We all have things to do. So for someone to be moved enough, for someone to be touched enough to take a minute, 2 minutes out of their day and leave a comment and to say something to me and let me know how it resonated with them, or even to just encourage me on my own journey. Some people popped in simply to say that. They said that they're stopping in just to encourage. And these are folks who are way ahead of me in terms of, how long they've been on the platform and the number of subscribers that they have. But even just to say that, I think that goes such a long way. And the only way we make that happen is to connect with people and understanding people's needs, understanding their desires, understanding people's fears, their emotions, and communicating that in a way that they might hear that one thing, that one word, that resonates with them, and that automatically creates that connection. So I would encourage you to do something similar. As much as you're educating, as much as you want to get information and facts to people, also remember that we're here as humans. Remember to encourage everyone. Remember that the world has a lot of different things going on right now. There's a lot of reasons for folks to be discouraged. Be a person of positivity, a person with optimism. Give people hope. Give people something to look forward to. Give them something to come back to your channel and look forward to. And I think that's something that really goes a long way, is just being able to make that human connection with folks who are taking the time to stop by your channel and engage with your content. To that point, I've been trying to respond to all of the comments because, again, to me, that's my sign of showing appreciation and my sign of showing respect to someone taking the time to give feedback, because all of that feedback is really helpful and to me, and it can allow me to be even better at creating content that can help others. But if no one responds, if no one says anything, I'm not gonna know, I'm not gonna get the engagement. It's not gonna be a signal to YouTube that there's value here and that YouTube and the algorithm should continue to push my content out. So grateful that everyone is taking the time to provide feedback, and the least I can do is to follow you and subscribe and engage with your content and to comment and respond back to you. So everything I just went over really deals with the body and the video itself, the content within the video. How is it structured? What information do you have? How are you communicating it to people? How are you incorporating your call to action? How are you engaging people? The other two things that are also really important is your title of the video and your thumbnail. So one of the things that I did with my title is I looked to see what was trending. I looked to see other videos that were viral. And in watching another creator recently, that creator said there's no shame in leveraging a title that somebody else is using if that video is going viral. So I took a title that was out there, I tweaked the wording a little bit and made it my own. Similarly with the thumbnail, I looked for something that can get the message across that would be interesting to people. In prior videos, I had my thumbnail saying the exact same words as my title. With this video, I decided to do things a little bit differently. With this video, I tried to keep it really clean, a nice design aesthetic where the letters are bold and crisp. I leveraged the icon for YouTube, which is red and white. I incorporated that red and white in my text, and then I also had some black text in there, which played with my black shirt that I was wearing in that video. So all the colors went together. It was a neutral background. You had some red, you had white, and you had black in the video. And that was it. Super clean, very easy to see, something that can pique someone's interest, but it does not need to be 20 words where it just gets confusing and they don't have time to read all of that and it loses their interest. So you need to think about keeping their attention span, having it be something that's engaging. And remember that it does not necessarily have to be the exact same title as your title of the video. Your thumbnail can be a mix of images. It can be shorter words, maybe 2 to 3 words, just so that people understand and get the point of what you're going to be talking about. So those are the things I wanted to share to quickly engage with my audience based on the traction that I'm seeing with this video, and to have something that is timely, that is relevant, that is capturing the momentum of what I'm experiencing right now. I've been keeping a lot of detailed notes of all of the different observations that I've been making through this entire process. I think that list has over 20 items. So I'm going to follow up this video with another one that I'm going to structure a little differently, put some thought into to communicate what things I'm seeing, because there are some things that I'm seeing that I think are unique to me in my own perspective, but hopefully there's something there. I'm going to continue to try all of these and include it in my process. For me, this is really about learning. With my product management background, it's really important to understand your audience, but at the same time, to grow here, it's important to have community, and it's important to leverage the data, because the data is going to tell you what's happening on your channel, with your videos, with your audience, and that's valuable information to figure out what to do next. Every decision you make, every step you take, the next video you make, it should all be informed by the data that you're getting. So always make sure that you're looking at your data, look to see what changes are happening, look to see which videos are taking off and not taking off, and understand why. So I hope this has been helpful for you. Please subscribe if you would like, similar analysis on the videos as I'm learning and growing. And please like this video, and I hope you'll watch another one, and I'll see you next time. Take care.